What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another freaking video, and this one right here is all about Yara from 90 Day Fiancé. But before we get into it, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, that is a member of Patreon, and that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. Now, here's the thing though, ladies and gentlemen, I've come across an article where it reports that a lot of people, a lot of viewers feel as if Yara may be trying to actually break up with Jovi. And then, to be honest with you, I've then come across another one where people feel like as if she wants to live a single life. And you know what though? It then freaking hit me right here, right now. And that's why I'm making this video right now. Why? The whole idea is fresh in my mind. But here's the thing though. Yara, so far in Happily Ever After of the most recent season, she has expressed how she felt as if Gwen, Jovi's mother, wasn't necessarily doing her role properly. You know, expressed that, that she should be helping out a little bit more. All that kind of mumbo jumbo. But also at the same time, though, we've seen that Yara loves to go out and spend time with her girlfriends often. So much that Jovi even got to a stage where he came out with the simple statement of, I'm like a babysitter, or I feel like a babysitter, which he was slammed for because, of course, he's the father and XYZ. But taking into context that Yara, one, has complained about Gwen's involvement when it comes to their little girl, and then also two, coming into the fact that Yara likes to spend time with her girlfriend rather than spend time with Jovi. Three, that Jovi got to a point where he feels like a babysitter, which therefore makes me feel as if maybe Yara has made him feel as if it's not okay for them three as a family to spend some time together, or for Jovi's mum to have their little one while them two spend time together. Because at the end of the day, her actions so far have only shown individuality. They've shown, one, your mum isn't doing too much, which is something they're going to lead on to in a second. Two, I want to spend time with my friends. Three, husband feels like a babysitter. Now we fast forward to the whole Prague situation. We know initially Yara was pushing hard to go to Prague by herself, with just herself and her little girl, which is quite interesting. It wasn't until Jovi obviously talked around, and also Gwen, Jovi's mum, talked around, which therefore later on led to them both, or everyone going to Prague. So Jovi, the little girl, and also Yara. But here's the thing though, once they go to Prague, all of a sudden, Yara's talking about how she loves to be back in Europe, which is absolutely fantastic. And also talking about it's lovely to have a mum around. And also, most importantly, this is the key part. This is where I link Gwen and her mother. She then praises her mother's willingness to want to be around their little one and look after their little one. And it's interesting because the matter of the fact is, right, throughout the pandemic and whatnot, while Jovi's worked, she's done a lot of things. I'm pretty sure that Gwen's been there most of the time to be as supportive as possible by being the best grandma or nanny, whichever one she wants to use, to the little one, which is absolutely fantastic. But when it comes to giving credit to Gwen, Yara doesn't seem to want to give that credit. But when it comes to her mother now, who hasn't seen her own grandkid for God knows, for God knows how long now, of course, because of that, she's going to be eager. She's going to want to spend time with her granddaughter, right? Which makes all the sense in the freaking world. But also at the same time, even on a normal basis, I'm expecting Yara would still expect her mum to be stepping in quite a lot, which is fine. But here's the thing though, why is she not giving the same energy to Gwen that she's given to her mother? Which then fast forward to the next bit. They're in Prague. They haven't been there for long, but she's already looking at apartments. Why are you looking at apartments? Of course, this is something that took Jovi by storm. This is something that Jovi did not see coming. In fact, none of us saw coming. So again, if we're looking at the chain of events since the season has begun to where we are now, the chain of events is, number one, the whole idea of not appreciating Gwen, but then appreciating her mother. So in reality, she probably knows maybe that her mother is going to babysit way much more than Gwen would, because Gwen probably has things to do. So let's put that into perspective, that she wants her mother around, appreciates her mother more because she feels like her mother will be there more to support her with childcare, potentially. Then we're looking at the situation of her always wanting to go out with her friends. Okay, never really wanted to go out with Jovi, which is an indication that maybe she doesn't love him anymore. Indication to say that maybe she just doesn't really care to want to be with him anymore. You never know, okay? Then also at the same time though, we're now looking at the situation where Jovi feels like a babysitter. Then we're looking at the situation where now all of a sudden she doesn't want to go to Prague with them. She wants to get there ASAP. But then she finally gets there, blindsides all of a sudden She's looking for apartments. So has Yara been making sly movements this whole time to basically indicate that she's now on her way out of the relationship and she has a plan to actually move to Prague with her little one, so therefore she can go to Prague, live her single life whilst mummy looks after her little one? Because remember, she was looking to go to Prague with her little one, not just by herself but with the little one. But at the same time though, I'm not saying that she's a bad mother, I'm not saying that she's neglected, obviously, you know, looking after her own kid. But if we're looking at the energy that has been given to Gwen, we're looking at the way Jovi has been made to feel, and then we're looking at the way she's treated her mother, it seems to me as if that could be the potential. Now also at the same time, like, this one has nothing to do with this season. Tracking back, there is footage that did circulate that Yara was in some sort of TV show back in the day when she looked completely different back in Ukraine. And this footage kind of shows that Yara's always been someone that's always wanted some level of spotlight, allegedly, or at least wanted to be around the money, allegedly. Now we're looking at her, we've seen the transformation that she has made all over her face, all over herself, and I'm pretty sure that she feels better than she's ever had. But also at the same time though, let's go back to the friends. The friends have been encouraging her time and time again that she can leave Jovi and find someone far better, because the friends just don't think that Jovi is attractive enough for Yara. So the point that I'm trying to make with all these assumptions of the fact that Yara may be potentially looking to exit the relationship, and the fact that Yara seems to want to live a more single life rather than a more married life, and then we're looking at the treatments that she's giving Gwen towards her mother, and we also know that she knows that her mother's probably going to be there way much more to look after her little one. Then also we're looking at the fact that she wanted to leave Jovi in America while she went to Prague, and then boom, we're looking at apartments in Prague all of a sudden. What does that tell you? I think at this moment in time that they are obviously back in the States, which obviously means that they are still together, right? But was there a plan maybe that just didn't go through? Or is the plan still in motion? Because at the end of the day, she'd only just got a green card. And maybe there's more to it. Maybe that she needs to stick around for a little bit longer to make sure that she has that pass to always go back to the States whenever she pleases. I don't know. I don't know what this whole green card situation, work visas, like it's so confusing, because like different people get different type of energy when it comes to it, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But either way though, I know this is a wild assumption, a wild accusation, a wild theory, but like I said before, reading everything that I read so far, you know, with what everyone's been saying online, even in the chat and all that kind of stuff, and putting things together, I have a strong inkling that Yara is finally done with Jovi, and she's just looking for her escape plan, shall I call it? Hashtag Sylvester Stallone. Anyway, you guys let me know exactly what you are thinking down below in the comment section. Am I completely tripping? Have I gone completely off the whim? Or do you think that there is some sense behind what I'm saying? To be honest with you, there's always sense behind what I'm saying. Even if you don't believe me now, you never know. You see in the future, right? But hey, you guys let me know exactly what you're thinking. Don't forget that we have got Retro Madness, the new freaking channel that we have for retro reactions to 90 Day, Sister Wives, and so much more to come on that channel as well. Link is down below in the description for Retro Madness. Please go over there, subscribe, check it out, and peace.